By the time she reached Jack, Chastity was giggling uncontrollably. "You," she said between bouts of giggles. "You look so adorable that it's funny." Now Chastity's giggles were giving Jack the chuckles. "Well, you look really cute yourself," he said, not to be completely outdone. "Thanks," she said, and then started laughing so hard that Jack had to hold her upright lest she fall over. Jack was laughing, too, although he didn't really know what was so funny. Finally, Chastity calmed down enough to stand upright, and she suggested that they go back to that one unlocked classroom they found on the 3rd floor. Jack shrugged and agreed. Chastity led the way this time, and before too long they were back in the room full of all the oversized baby toys. Chastity found herself a place on the floor amidst some stuffed animals and promptly sat down. Jack thought it was a little weird, but he decided to sit as well, though not amidst the stuffed animals. "Right, then," he began. "Why do you want to come back up here?" Chastity shrugged impishly. "Felt like it. I didn't really want to be down there, anyway, and this is a more private place. Plus, there are stuffed animals here, and that's always a good thing," she explained. "I can live with that," Jack said. Chastity smiled and fixed her lovely brown eyes on Jack. She began tentatively. "Do you really think I look cute like this?" "Yes," Jack answered, almost immediately. "Adorable is more accurate." Chastity flushed pink. "Thanks." She reached for a handy giant teddy bear and drew it close to her. "Now then," she said. "What do you think about this?" "About what?" Jack asked with a little confusion. "This," Chastity repeated. "Being dressed like oversized babies, diapers and everything." "Well, I don't know," Jack said, thinking about it. "I could live without the diaper changes. I mean, would it be that much different to do it myself?" "Exactly," Chastity exclaimed. "I don't really like the idea of some woman pawing around my privates, even if she is a professional nurse for so many years." "You think you've got it bad?" Jack asked. "Try being me when it comes time for a diaper change." Now it was Chastity's turn to think. "Good point." She paused. "But it really isn't all that bad." "What do you mean?" Jack asked. "Well, to be honest, I don't horribly mind the diaper changes." She paused again. "Okay, I mind them, but I don't mind them at the same time. You know what I mean?" "I have a general idea," Jack replied. "You like the diapers, but you don't like how they're put on you. That's about the size of it." Jack shook his head. "I'm a little different. I don't like the diaper changes, and I would rather not wear the diapers. But since I have to wear them, they aren't that bad." Chastity nodded. "Think we'll be able to stand a week of this?" Jack shrugged. "Well, at this point it isn't as if we have a whole lot of choice, plus they're paying us. That sweetens the deal a whole lot." Chastity looked at him sideways. "Is the money all you're thinking about?" She turned her gaze back to him. "Answer honestly." "Well, it was, and then I found out you were part of this whole conflagration, and then suddenly, it wasn't completely about the money anymore." "What was it about?" she asked demurely. Jack was about to answer before he realized the implications of the question. He took a few moments to consider before arriving at a good answer. "Something more," he said. "Oh?" Chastity asked. "Like what?" "I don't know, yet," Jack answered, and was privately relieved to have truth in his answer. "But something special." Chastity smiled. "Yeah," she whispered. "Something special." Jack looked at her expectantly. "What?" "This whole thing is weird yet oddly not." She shrugged. "It's like we're being paid to revisit our childhood, and we're getting the full treatment. That and the company isn't bad either." Jack smiled. "Likewise. You know, it's actually sort of funny, how we hardly know each other at school, but now that I've been getting to know you a bit, So far I'm liking what I'm seeing. Jack's smile broadened. That's good, and the reverse is true, also. I knew you were one of those ever so rare smart and pretty girls, but I didn't really know you, and I think this is going to be an interesting week. The baby stuff notwithstanding. Yeah, Chastity agreed. But I think it'll be fun, at least in parts. Probably true, Jack conceded. Chastity sighed and laid her head on the teddy bear's equivalent of a shoulder. After a few moments a smile spread across her delicate features. Smart and pretty, huh? Jack smiled some. Yes, smart and pretty. I could have said smart and hot, but I didn't want to come off like a jerk. Well, that was very nice of you, Chastity said. Thanks. You're welcome. Jack said. For what? For saying smart first instead of pretty. She sighed. Most guys would probably say pretty, first, or hot, she added, and even if you didn't intend it, it was still nice to have my mind appreciated before my body. My pleasure, Jack said.